Economic Game Theory with Team 7. Here we will look at a brief presentation that looks at the history and concepts of game theory. We will also take a look into specific concepts of the theory such as Nash equilibrium and zero sum. In 1944, the mathematical theory of games was invented by John von Neumann and Oscar Morgenstern. Then in 1950, John Nash extended and generalized von Neumann and Morgenstern's work. In 1954, Savage made one of the greatest contributions to 20th century behavioral and social science and showed how to incorporate subjective probabilities and their relationships to preferences over risk within the expected utility theory framework. 1967 is when John Harsanyi showed how to solve games involving maximiers of Savage expected utility. This is often taken to mark the true maturity of game theory as a tool for application to behavioral and social science, and was recognized as such when Harsanyi joined Nash and Selton as a recipient of the first Nobel Prize awarded to game theorists in 1994. After sharing the win for the Nobel Prize in Economic Sciences, John Forbes Nash Jr., pictured on the left, struggled with mental illness, and his recovery became the basis for Sylvia Nasar's biography, A Beautiful Mind. This story was also featured in the film of the same name, starring Russell Crowe as Nash on the right, which won 4 Academy Awards and made Nash's story internationally known. Before we start digging deeper into theory, let's define a few terms commonly used in the study of game theory. First, you have your game, which is really just any set of circumstances that has a result dependent on actions of 2 or more decision makers. Those are your players. The players are a strategic decision maker within the context of the game. And strategy is a complete plan of action a player will take given the set of circumstances that may arise within the game. The payoff is the payout a player receives from arriving at a particular outcome. The payout can be in any quantifiable form, from dollars to utility. So what is game theory? The economic application of game theory can be a valuable tool to aid in the fundamental analysis of industries, sectors, and any strategic interaction between 2 or more firms. Nash equilibrium was named after renowned mathematician John Nash. It has been used in diverse fields including international relations, psychology, and economics. It refers to optimizing outcome based on expected decisions and will have a finite number of players and choices. Concepts within game theory refer to a condition in which every participant has optimized their outcome based on other players' expected decisions. A finite number of players each has a finite number of choices. There is at least one position from which no single player alone can improve his or her position by changing strategy. Prisoner's Dilemma is a great example of game theory and demonstrates how 2 completely rational individuals might not cooperate, even if it appears it is in their best interest to do so. Prisoner's Dilemma involves evidence collection, finding proof, negotiation and confessions, trust issues, risk due to uncertainty, and conclusions. This model can be used for many real-world situations. In game theory and economic theory, a zero-sum game is a mathematical representation of a situation in which each participant's gain or loss of utility is exactly balanced by the losses or gains of the utility of the other participants. The bottom line is that by using simple methods of game theory, we can solve for what would be a confusing array of outcomes in a real-world situation. Thank you for watching.